for the first time since their championship run in the playoffs. The Buccaneers sail across the goal.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Brady now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. The numbers for Evans a week ago, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great, and he had a great game last week.
7 yards to pick up there. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And we get a look at Jameis Winston, ready to lead this New Orleans offense for the first time in his 7th season in the NFL and his 2nd with the Saints.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On play action, Winston. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Winston now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's the Tampa Bay offense, and Ronald Jones leading him out. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because he totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it?
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, now.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd and 9, Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 8 catches, 127 yards.
And aren't we approaching the halfway point of the season? I mean, we're midway through this one, and we're seeing big numbers from him just about every week, and that's why he's leading the league.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air again with Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing. The answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Brady now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady.
Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
First down, Winston. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On first down, Brady. This is Miller, complete. And he's brought down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
2nd and 11.
The give is to Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down in the 37. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Jameis to throw it.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Looking to throw. Brady.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside. And I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness. That's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brady now on first down. Completes it to Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Brady on third down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Winston now to throw on first down.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Winston throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, Winston.
Quick slant here to Smith.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Winston. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe run. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Sam Darnold strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow leading the way again, as his guys run their mark to 8-1. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, They'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Saints, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And Suh makes the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block.
I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This is Smith with a grab. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come to the home and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Winston. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The 305-pound Suh finding the path to the QB there.
And Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense. They helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
To try again after the sack. Winston.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Brady now to throw.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On first and 10, here's Brady.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On play action, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Brady again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down throw for Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
And been a good leadership and a good distributor.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And unable to get downhill there, as he'll take this up to about the 37. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's another Saints
First down, Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Vita Vea in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Complete. It's Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Saints on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Jameis now on 1st down. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Winston. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
and the Saints. First down.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
Jameis Winston sacked. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Winston now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and forever. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Here's Brady to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Winston now from the 50. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To throw is Winston.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. That catch good for only a couple. Jameis again.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
For the 2-point conversion.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop him with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. And taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for the Buccaneers,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll be at home.